Hello everyone, my name is Wendy Bashi and you are watching the 77% Street Debate. We are here in Goma, in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. For over 20 years, this part of the country has experienced high levels of insecurity. So what does it mean to be born and raised here in Goma? I will start with you, STEWARD MUHINDO. You are an activist. At what age did you have to flee your home for the first time?
It was in 2008 that my family and I had to flee for the first time. We lived in Kiwanja in the Rutshuru area. First, we fled to Butembo and then to Beni because of the rebellion led by General Laurent Kunda. I specifically remember that because it was the longest displacement that my family and I experienced. But there were several other times that we had to flee.
I will now turn to you, Ben Kamuntu. You are an artist and a poetry slammer. When did you first realize that you were living in a conflict zone?
J'ai réalisé que je vivais dans une zone de conflit quand j'avais le même âge que Stewart.
I realized that I was living in a conflict zone at the same age as Stewart. For me, it was in 1998 when we had to flee the insurgency. I remember that we walked for more than 60 kilometers from my home village in Bukavu. I remember my brothers and uncles carrying me on their backs. I also vividly remember seeing dead bodies along the way. I was very young and the images are still ingrained like a photo in my mind.
Et j'étais vraiment trop petit et cette image-là est restée comme une photo dans ma mémoire, quoi. Et ça reste, quoi.
Monsieur Farini, you are in charge of communication for the military government here in Goma. Why has the situation not changed?
Je pense que la situation s'améliore nettement.
I think the situation has improved. We may not have zero crime here in Goma, and maybe we never will. Even in New York, you will never find zero crime, or in the whole of the United States. But the government is making efforts to change the situation.
Qui sont en train d'être faits pour inverser la tendance.
Alors, specifically, what are these efforts?
First of all, we've put a specific measure in place in the region of North Kivu. That's the state of emergency, with which we aim to restore peace in this part of the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Dans cette partie de la République démocratique du Congo.
The spokesperson of the military government just said that we are at the point of changing the narrative. Do you believe that?
The governor's representative should know that in the last 6 months since the state of emergency was declared, there have been more than 1,500 deaths in this province. And to say that the situation is improving, I think that is downplaying the facts, which doesn't bring us forward.
Do you want to react?
These days, I can travel from Goma to Masisi without any problems. I can travel to Rutshuru. It's true, there are pockets that are still plagued by insecurity. But the military is working hard to restore peace in these remaining areas.
Let me come to you, PASSY MUBALAMA. What do you have to say when you hear Monsieur Farini of the military government said that the situation is stabilizing? Do you agree?
I feel like I just want to cry. Because in Masisi, where I work, there are cases of women who are raped every day and who we are now supporting. The government claims that the situation is getting better, but I think there is still a lot to do, because all these rape cases which we record every day are unacceptable.
Linda Light, you are a slam artist. When you are born and raised in a region like North Kivu, are you still allowed to dream? Do you make plans for your future?
I am a young leader and I'm supposed to influence my generation, showing them that all will be well and they can trust their government. But when I hear all this, I think the government cannot even accept that there are problems. How can they solve a problem if they don't even admit it exists?
Ben, do you dream as a young person and artist?
Il y a quelque chose qu'on ne peut pas nous ravir.
There are some things that they can't take away from us. That's our ability to dream. What young Congolese want is to live in peace. Many young people here can't even imagine what it is like to live in a city where you don't have to worry about being shot, where you can safely visit your village or go jogging, go for a walk, or take your girlfriend out to a club without worrying about finding a taxi to take you home, having clean water to wash with, having electricity. That's what young Congolese want.
What do you say to these young Congolese who is asking for peace?
It is his absolute right to ask for peace, and I can't deny him that. But I think that we all have to look in the same direction, whether it's the military authorities or the local population. We have to work together to be able to live in peace in this region. And this collaboration is possible. That's something I insist on.
A political-civilian collaboration, as you say. But Linda Light, do you think that a political-civilian collaboration could lead to something and that one day you can live in this city peacefully?
With all that's happened, I would say no. I've lost hope, even though we always say that Goma is a resilient city. We have to live here, and we've learned to live with the stress. So I have lost hope. But I wake up every morning with a bit of hope, hoping that one day there will be a real collaboration between politics and civil society.
We have come to the end of our debate. We look forward to seeing you on all of our platforms. Feel free to comment and take part in the discussion.